Welcome to my channel. As you can see, I changed the name of my channel once again. This time I changed my name. I was actually inspired to change my name, and the name that I came up with by his name is 19 Keys. His channel I believe is Earn Your Leisure. But they have so he's always talking about high level conversations on his channel. And that's where I got the idea of elevated dialogue with Noble Nine. So either way, why he inspired me was because, and he's also inspired me. It's an inspiration for me to do this video as well because I've been speaking a lot lately to just people around me about energy, frequency, and vibration. As we all know, Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I believe that's what he said, 111. So I've been speaking a lot lately about what we're consuming and why it's important that we watch what we're consuming right now. So that's the first thing I want to speak about. I want to speak about recently I'm going to try not to say so much in my videos, but I recently stopped listening to rap music, which I love rap music. You know, I viewed it as a part of the culture, and I viewed it as really us speaking or creating music about our struggles. You know, that's how I viewed it, or at least that was my excuse to listen to it. But lately, the Most High has been weighing heavy on my spirit about the consumption of these low level frequencies, because that's what they are. So when you take words, which are spells, and you put them and you add them to a frequency, they become even more powerful, and these low level frequencies penetrate our minds and our energetic field. So as I'm speaking right now, I'm being channeled the information. I don't write things down. I've already had the download that I needed to speak about this, but the way I'm going to speak about it is going to come from the divine, and I ask the divine speak it or put it in a format that you guys understand exactly what I'm saying to you guys. So the Most High has been weighing on my heart heavy lately about music and TV shows and just certain things that we as a society have become, I'm gonna say, desensitized to. So the other day, I was at a friend of mine's house, and he was watching. He always watches like these crazy movies, gruesome movies, and I used to myself. Like me and my sibling, my older sibling, we love us some horror films. Even though I've noticed that as a child, I would like cover my eyes and peek and stuff, and people would be like, "Oh, it's just a movie. It's just a movie," and as a child, yeah, I'd be like, okay, it is just a movie. But as an adult, it's like, no, it's more than just a movie. You know, it's information that's being downloaded into our psyche. So I'm hearing, The Birth of a Nation. I'm hearing something about that movie, but I'm really hearing the birthing of psychopaths or the birthing of serial killers. So these movies, watching these gruesome horror films or different movies, are what's birthing these psychopaths or killers into the society. I really looked at it. I seen I think it was called Orphan First Kill. I didn't watch it, I just seen the title of it. And I really had a download, and I thought to myself, like, why is there so much horror being pumped out? Or why are we as a society so used to watching these horrific films or wanting to watch these horrific films? Why are we running to the movies to see these horror movies, to see these people kill people? Like, what the fuck? Excuse my language. What is wrong with us? Like, this is how I've been viewing it lately. Like, why would you want to watch a person kill another person, even if it's just quote unquote a movie, because it's not just a movie. I don't believe to the psyche that it's just a movie. I believe that it's information. And I feel like it's the same as actually watching somebody, in a sense, get physically killed. It's kind of the same as watching it in a movie. Of course, it's not directly, because you know consciously that's a movie, but subconsciously, maybe your subconscious doesn't know that. Maybe it's traumatizing you, or maybe it's desensitizing you. So either way, I had I thought about it, and I'm like, this society is definitely ran by demonic forces, because that's all you see being pumped into society is demonic energy, demonic movies, demonic music. I feel like it's just demonic information, demonic teachings. Like, it's just demonic. And what is demonic to me? I feel like demonic is lower vibrational energy. I feel like it's energy that's on a lower vibrational scale. So I'm going to kind of branch off and try to explain why this is important. So why is it important to me, and it should be important to you, is because these different movies, these different songs, they lower our frequency, which is lowering our vibration. And when your vibration is lowered, you're not going to manifest. I feel like you're always manifesting, but depending on your level of frequency vibration is what you're manifesting. So I feel like you're gonna, if you're always, pumping your mind with demonic things, you'll manifest demonic experiences. I believe in the Bible it speaks of keeping your mind on heavenly things in material abundance, in a sense, or these things will be added unto you. So I've been trying to focus on heavenly things, speaking heavenly things, having heavenly thoughts, and I realized that there is a spiritual war, and that war is on heavenly things, heavenly thoughts. So me and a friend of mine and my son this morning, we were walking to the subway, and because lately we've been talking about, like, yeah, back in the day the music was, you have rappers, and rappers did talk about, killing back in the day, or even drugs, but he has said how, it was kind of like a code, and it wasn't just outright said. Now he was talking about how now they want to tell you exactly how they're going to kill you, what gun they're going to kill you with, what time they're going to spin the block. And yeah, we laughed and we kind of made a joke about it, but in all reality, we were serious. We were serious. And I recently stopped listening to rap, especially that type of rap, drill music. I stopped listening to it about a month ago, because I realized that I'm trying to manifest this better life for myself. But here I am rapping such and such out my mouth, speaking these certain spells out my mouth. I'm contributing to the overall lower frequency on the planet, and that is not what I'm here for, and that is not what I'm trying to do. So I cut that out, and I've been speaking to my son, he's only 7, about it, and trying to get him to understand why we can't partake in that anymore and listen to that. And I kind of broke it down like, who do you want to serve, God or the devil? And being a spiritualist, we may not believe in the devil or God in the same way we used to anymore, but I still believe that, I don't believe that it's a man in the sky or something like that. No, but I believe that there's a force, that there's a godly force, and that there's a negative force, devilish force that you're feeding. And you can't feed both. You have to choose which one you're going to feed. And I feel like that force will manifest in your life more, depending on what it is you choose. Like the Bible said, you cannot serve two masters. So right after we had that conversation, also in this situation, it allows me to see how much the universe is listening and responding to you. So me and my son part ways with my friend. We get on the train. There's a probably he's probably about 15 years old, 16, 10, 10. He's on the he just so happens, which I do not believe in coincidences. You gotta understand. There's many subway trains. Well, there's one train, but you know the attachments. There's this young man could have got on any of them, but he ended up in our cart. That's what I'm gonna call it, our train cart. And he has headphones in and he's rapping so loudly derogatory lyrics. Even one of them he ends up rapping is one of rest in peace to King Von. But me and my son really, really love King Von. We really loved him and his music until of course we had to stop listening to it. And he starts rapping one of his songs. I'm King Von, nigga, who you can't walk a mile in my shoes, you can't do the shit that I do. Now mind you, he's rapping it so loud. And I'm just looking like, oh my God, because first of all, you have no disregard to anybody on the cart, 1111. Not only that, the things you're saying out your mouth. And I'm really looking and I'm like, and mind you, he's just going off. He even in one of the songs he's speaking about, if you haven't committed a robbery yet or a homicide yet or bought a gun, you better go do it. And it really, really made me notice that yes, we are casting spells from our mouth, but they do have an agenda to promote violence and negativity. That this is an agenda. Because why on earth would you sign people, put this music out on TV about rapping, killing, different things like this, but if you say certain things to in school, it becomes a terroristic threat and our children can get in trouble, but yet you're putting it out to the masses. Make it make sense. It made no sense at all to me. But what else I seen in that situation was how, like the Bible says, if you train up a child in the way that he needs to go. Now mind you, certain messages from the Bible I believe have great meaning, and certain other messages, it's like that good force and that negative force promote negativity and some promote godliness. I'm just thinking like, where's this child's mother? I'm thinking, where's this child's mother? What are we doing with our children? What are we doing? Are we creating monsters? Are we creating murderers? This is who we're creating. And I realized, I know that I had to have moved to a higher level of consciousness, because 1313, it's now looking down. It's like as if I'm looking down and I'm seeing what we're creating, where we're manifesting, what we're putting out. And it's actually making me emotional to speak about this, honestly. So me and my son are walking and I'm telling my son, we can't listen to that. We can't listen to that music anymore, son. And as a 7-year-old, I'm trying to explain to him why it's not good. And mind you, my 7-year-old is it's not like he's denying it. I'm like, you got to choose who you're going to serve. I'm like, either you're with God / good, or you're with the devil / evil. We have to choose. There's no in between. We can't serve God and promote violence. We can't do that. You know what I mean? It's just not going to work. And I'm not judging anyone for what they do. This is my message 1414 to you. If you're trying to manifest a better life, I'm not speaking for anybody who's comfortable with where they are or are trying to manifest negativity. I'm not speaking to them. I'm speaking to you. If you're trying to manifest a better life, a more positive life, you can't be around here. You have to watch what you speak, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And they got us out here speaking death. And that's what the devil is. That's what evil really is. 444 is to live in reverse. And to be able to live in reverse means that the world is supposed to be, I'm not saying perfect, but more good. The scale has tipped. And there is too many people okay with negativity. It's too many people. Like, even I just, as I'm going through my day in the city that I live in, I see how, and I found myself that I did it today because I was a little frustrated this morning. But I tried to apologize by beeping the horn. I didn't notice the car was waiting for somebody to cross the street, and I beeped at them only because prior to that they were sitting at the other light, not paying attention. I didn't beep, then we're at this light, but once now I'm not paying attention because I'm not seeing somebody crossing the street and they're waiting for them. But I've been noticing that people are so self-absorbed that they're out here in the streets on a day-to-day basis. They're beeping their horns at people. They're honking to be in a rush to rush us to go instead of allowing us to let women and children cross the street, men as well, to cross the street. You're in a car. You're in a rush, but you're in a rush to go nowhere. You're in a rush to go to hell. That's where you're in a rush to go. Let's be realistic. That's where because you're clearly not. We need to take a step back. We need to reevaluate what this life is really about. And I said something very simple to my son this morning. I said, son, you have to treat people the way you want to be treated. And that's such a cliche statement, but it holds so much power when you're in a higher conscious. It holds so much power. It's like people treat people like shit and then really wonder why their life is like shit. Like, how can you treat people the way you treat people and then go pray to God or expect miracles or expect for your life to manifest like that? That is just crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy to me. If you want good things done to you, you need to treat other people good. And a lot of people, they lost their way. They think that, they were treating people good and bad things are still happening to them. Not understanding that, no, you were treating people good and there was a negative force who saw what you were doing and tried to cause resistance in your life. I'm proud to say that I've never let that resistance, I've never let that force, that negative force, change my heart. There's times where I know spiritually there's people who are working against me, trying to work against me through the spirit realm, through the astrals. They're trying to work against me. And I kind of get upset because I'm like, why are they doing this to me, I've done nothing to them. But I want to say that when spirit is moving through me or around me, I get teary-eyed. I want to say that I got upset today a little because when I'm telling y'all about tuning into certain things, even as far as certain tarot readings, yes, some things help us to be aware or to confirm things that we've already felt in the spirit. But we have to stop tuning into things that cast fear over us, that cause us to feel low. Only tuning into things that match our frequency, that allows us to vibrate higher or to feel better. Because I tuned into a particular reading today. I won't say their name because I don't want to give a negative connotation, because this person definitely did confirm things that I felt, because I have been feeling weird about the food, the bread. I've been feeling like food is fake, even down to the fruits. I've been feeling like something just has not been right about the food. I've been feeling that a lot of us need to vibrate higher so that we need less food. And they kind of confirmed that. I've been feeling like something has been going on the planet. And they confirmed that. Of course things have been going on, but there was some type of shift that definitely took place. And I've also feel like that we, the children of the Most High God, have been being targeted. But what I feel deep in my spirit is the weapons that these people build up to use against you, it's never to return. I never was big on return to sender spells, doing any of that, because I've just always felt like being pure, being of love, is all that I needed to be, is all that I needed to do, and that these things could not touch me. And now I feel like even more so, the things that did affect me or did touch me were only, they were meant to do that, to bring me to this point here with you right now. 2023. If I never went through those things, if I never had those enemies to oppose me, I would never be in front of you. I would have never been, if I never went through the dark, I wouldn't know how to be light. So, also, I want to say that, so the people that work against me spiritually, the witches, the warlocks, whatever you want to call them, I feel like we truly should pray for them. We should send out good energy for their healing. This is how you defeat that force. You don't become the force by working against them. You don't become the force. You take that energy of hate that they're sending you, and this is what a true alchemist does, I believe. You transmute it into love and you send it back. I will never allow a person to make me hate them. Never. I don't care what they've done. I'm not going to allow you to change me, because now you control me. And I refuse. I am the captain of my ship and the master of my fate. So, with all that being said, I want to say that, first of all, I'm hearing love is in the air. Love is in the air. We can't be stopped. It's like a shift has taken place to where we used to feel like no matter what we did, and when I say we, I mean the chosen 2222, the good, those who work for the good energy, those who bring good energy. It was almost like we were out of place. It seemed like it was hard to be good in life. It's what it seemed like. It seemed like it was hard to be good in life. But that shift has taken place, and now it seems like we're right where we need to be, and we're spreading the good energy right around, and it's flowing, and it's moving, and it's shifting the atmosphere. It's our time. It's truly our time. What a time to be alive. Also, I want to say, fear is an illusion. False evidence appearing real. I've been feeling a lot of fear over my life because, a lot of things that I spoke about in the past when I was just a young girl about Illuminati, secret societies, what they were doing to us, a lot of that is being made aware of. And there's all this, it's like a sensory overload, 333. It's like all this different information, energy is being put out. We are in the age of information, or officially moving into it. And it's like all this different energy is being put out. All this different information is being put out. And it's causing a sense of chaos. I feel like there's people who are of chaos, and then there's people who are of order. And we're people of order. And we're here to restore order. In these chaotic times, tune into yourself. I'm not saying you can't get information from other people, but you will know, because God will bring you that energy. You will know. I feel like the higher you go, the higher, here comes the higher information for you. It's levels to this shit. Excuse my language. It's levels to this. It's levels to this. So I just want to say that I was going to talk about, the food and what I felt about the food right now. And I was walking today, coming on my way back in, and when I tell you, it was so many chemtrails in the sky like I've never seen before. And I've been feeling these weird headaches that I know are not normal, as if maybe I just would start bleeding from my nose. That's what it feels like. Um, I do feel like these people are trying to block out these certain solar flares, frequencies coming from the sun, whatever you want to call it, because these certain frequencies or information coming from the sun, because we get information from the sun as well as the fruits. That's why they're not giving us real fruit anymore. I feel like they're trying to block this information out because it's activating us. I'm hearing there's no going back, to the way things used to be. We just have to move forward. We just have to ask the Most High to continue to order our steps. Continue to order our steps to where we need to be. Follow your intuition. While I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to me. Meditate. Pray. Fast. Drink lots of water. Get your herbs in. Work out. These are high frequency things to do. I even feel like, as I'm giving this message, there's a force that wants to come in, and it senses that positive force going out, and how many people this video is going to reach. This video is going to reach so many people, and it senses it, and it wants to censor me. It wants to stop me. And I don't have to force against it. I just have to flow. That's all we have to do. So right now, in this time that we're in, shout out to Shanetta's Divine Terrell. We don't need to force. Wherever we feel force, just flow. Just let it go. Just flow. So I want to thank you all for listening to me. I appreciate you. I do want to say, pay attention to your surroundings. Be aware. It's almost as if the chosen, let me know if you agree, it's almost as if we're not actually in what's going on out there. God said, don't be conformed to the world, but be renewed by it, right? It's almost like we're watching things play out, but we're not actually in it. Like as if, I can't even explain it. These people are characters in a game. I don't know, like as if we're watching things play out, but we're not actually of it. We're not actually in it. You need not to worry. I feel like you're waiting. You're awakening those that need to be awakened, but you're just waiting for your rightful place on the new earth so that you can do what the Most High has called you here to do for the new earth. I feel like we have elevated to 5D, and I feel like it's more so about staying on that frequency, or more so 818 becoming the frequency. So you don't have to stay on it. Yeah, you may go up, you may wobble, you may go up, you may wobble, but eventually you'll become that 5D frequency. So be good energy, be positive. I'm not asking you to be perfect. No more of this peace, right? When we start to learn, we understand this is peace, unity. This is division. Peace. Peace. I send you love. Blessings.